so many reasons to join Starfleet. We get to reach for the stars. We get to reach for the best in ourselves. But most important, we get to reach for each other. We get to do what we love, alongside colleagues who become friends, who become family. And who better to stand with, shoulder to shoulder, facing those pivotal moments. More painful to let go.
Goodbye.
The intimate conversations in Broken Pieces helps these characters coalesce from a motley, broken crew into something more resembling friends or family. Picard's conversation with Soji about Data situated the episode in the unraveling truth about Picard's own identity, which he might not have fully appreciated. His inability to process and express emotion effectively.
You feel that you don't have a past anymore.
Because I don't.
Oh, that's not true. You have a story, just waiting to be claimed.
You're talking about Data. All right. Tell me about Data. What was he like?
Well, Data was brave, curious. He had a child's wisdom, unclouded by habit or bias.
And you loved him?
Yes, in my way.
Did he love you?
Data's capacity for expressing and processing emotion was limited. I suppose we had that in common.
He loved you.
Picard's admission of his love of Data is touching, but Soji's reply that Data too loved him is what reminds us that there is a bit of Data in her. Although this conversation began as a means to help Soji claim her own story, her history, it ends as yet another opportunity for Picard to know himself better, much like his experience with Troy and Riker on Nepenthe. Raffi and Picard also get to know Rios better as the mystery of his former captain's death is unraveled.
So, Captain Alonzo Vandermeer.
I used to pretend he was my father. Kind of a surprise when he turned out to be a cold-blooded murderer.
Who did he murder?
Picked up a diplomatic mission out of nowhere. Tiny ship, unknown design, 2 passengers, and we beamed them on board. The ambassador, beautiful flower, and his young protege. We sit down, have a bite to eat. A few hours later, Alonzo Vandermeer kills them both in cold blood. He told me, they said, if he disobeyed, the Ibn Majid would be destroyed with all hands.
What?
I went at him hard. That's when he put the phaser in his mouth and pulled the trigger. Raffi, then I covered it up. 6 months later, I was out of Starfleet.
I'm so sorry, babe.
Picard's final conversation with Rios presents the audience with a classic Picardian speech about our society's choice between secrecy and fear, and openness, optimism, and the spirit of curiosity.
Did he know they were synthetic?
I have to believe that he did.
I felt he was a good man. One of the best that Starfleet had to offer.
He was. I hate that he died thinking it was really Starfleet that betrayed him. Betrayed itself.
But Starfleet did betray him. We did betray ourselves. The ban itself was a betrayal. Oh, the Zhat Vash, they set the trap. But we could merely have sidestepped it. Instead, we gave way to fear.
Rafi said the Romulans called her the Destroyer.
The past is written, but the future is left for us to write. And we have powerful tools, Rios. Openness, optimism. All they have is secrecy and fear. And fear is the great destroyer, Rios, not...
We're there.
And finally, another classic conversation for Trek centers on the true nature of personhood. Is Soji a person? After Jurati marvels on the meticulous artistry of Soji, Soji then asks her if she considers her alive.
Am I a person?
This moment brings us back to the measure of a man and quality of life. Moments when we are faced with the question, what qualities denote sentience? And what's more, what qualities denote value and protection within society? Does not justice demand value and protection for the voiceless synths like Soji? Considering that there exists the mere possibility or potential for sentience. I have to believe that Picard will rise up and give voice to advocate for the synths just as he did for Data.
Now tell me, Commander, what is Data? I don't understand. What is he?
A machine.
Is he? Are you sure?
Yes. You see, he's met 2 of your 3 criteria for sentience, so what if he meets the 3rd?
What is he then?
I don't know. Do you?
Well, that's the question you have to answer. Now, sooner or later, this man, or others like him, will succeed in replicating Commander Data. Now, the decision you reach here today will determine how we will regard this creation of our genius. It could significantly redefine the boundaries of personal liberty and freedom, expanding them for some, savagely curtailing them for others. Your Honor, Starfleet was founded to seek out new life. Well, there it sits, waiting.